Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Attacking Third. I'm Austin. That there's Gus.
Let's
And
go.
dude,
I'm still jamming to the intro, bro.
I know, right? Dude, just the drum in that just gets me bumping so much. But dude, we got we got one preseason match left, my guy.
That's it. One more, and then we're on to the real thing.
And then we bring it on back here to raise that banner and look towards raising another one and a better one at the start of the following year.
And you know what? This time, maybe Philly can make it to three championships and win, right?
Hey, it's looking good. It's looking good right now. So who
Man,
knows?
it's a weird feeling, especially because we're not. I mean, as a city, we're not used to like being like every single team being good enough to make it to the big time, but to lose three in the same year, like that's gotta be the most Philadelphia stat I've ever heard in my entire life.
It was
It's,
what?
it's
What was
we
it like
can't,
3 in 100 days or something
yeah,
like
it's like
that?
120 and 20 some days, yeah. Like that's
Good
ridiculous.
gracious,
Like
good gracious, dude.
two of them was the same day, man. Like
Yeah.
that's gotta be the most
Oh,
Philadelphia thing ever. And I gotta tell you, like the worst part of it is like it's not like other years where I'm just mad at the way they played. I can't be mad they made it to the championship. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah. It's really hard to be upset that your team made it to your league's championship,
But to
but
lose
at
like
this
that, and especially
in all
because
in especially in all three situations to have them all be very close and then sort of just fall
yeah,
apart at the
maybe
end was just
maybe
the worst part.
maybe the Phillies weren't that close, but man, when with the Union and the Eagles, I mean, you couldn't get closer. Like it's a you
Yeah,
right there for the
seriously.
taking. With we needed to hold on for one more minute with the Union, and the Eagles just needed one stop to win. Like you
Yeah.
cannot get closer than that, man. Like it's just
Yeah, because
weird, man.
just in terms of the Eagles, just imagine the stories. You know, third year starter,
It's weird.
minute 43 left to go in the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
and just if he was able to just lead a game winning drive like that, dude, you wouldn't have been able to write a
and
better
he
story.
would have. He would have. But
It
you
would have
know
been
what?
so
It's a
good.
new year. The Union's about to start. We're gonna get back to the MLS championship. We're gonna keep the goal scoring title. We're gonna keep the number one seed in the East. And you know what? This year we're gonna be one overall. Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's do it. Just take everything this year.
Hell
But
yeah.
yeah, I meant to just save a quick shot of it, but I'll just do a screen share. Going into this season, the Union actually failed, and you can see actually play the video. This is direct from the Union website here. Uh, it's kind of, I guess you could say it's kind of like a camo-y kind of
Listen,
design.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan.
I wasn't the biggest fan at first, but as I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm like, okay, I can get behind this a bit.
I'm not the
I was
biggest
never
fan,
the
man.
biggest fan of like camo style designs, but there's something about this that just kind of just I just like. You know
Listen,
what I
I'm
mean?
colorblind. I don't know what color that is. Like it's and to top it all off, like I really like the lightning ball jerseys, the baby blue ones.
Yeah, the ones from last season
So
were
I don't know how
really
to feel
really
about
nice.
this, and I really don't know why they changed jerseys so often.
Yeah, I don't understand why they did it either. I mean, they do every team does it every year. They always get a new third kit.
I mean,
Um,
I get it, but
at the same time, like
this is the away though. This is not the third, or is this the third?
this is the third. Yeah,
What's the away? Because the lightning bolts are no more.
yeah. The lightning bolts are gone. I believe it's just the regular white one for the road. So we're
The
using
white
that
one,
dark blue one with the we're using the dark blue with the light blue and gold strip down the center that we normally use for our home kit.
and we're just gonna
And then
use
this
that
is
as an away.
this is the alternative. So it's a
So we're not
possibility
gonna
that
use
certain
this as the
certain
away.
either certain either I don't know if it'll be for home matches or road matches. Let me look through the
Listen. Just stop
Same here. Let's
changing
see if they
jerseys, okay?
even
Just
list
keep
what.
your home, keep your away, and then have an alternate, a third option that you can use. I don't understand why they keep
Yeah,
changing.
I mean,
I don't get it.
there goes your favorite dude right there, rocking it.
My man looking more and more like Johnny Toppy from Bad Boys 2 every day. I love it.
Yeah, actually, if you're down in Chester on Sunday, right, the 18th?
Mm-hmm.
No, Saturday, from 10 to 4 at Subaru Park, you can if you RSVP now, you can get a chance to get into Subaru Park to get this kit and, of course, all the other awesome stuff they have down there at the stadium shop.
And who doesn't wear a free jersey? Come on.
It does not say what matches they'll be used for.
I'm pretty sure that's what they switched out the lightning bolt for this one, which is, again, I say, why? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, reading this correctly, we have 3 different logos on our kits. The home kit has Bimbo, the away kit is Artisano Bakery, and then the secondary kit is Thomas's.
Listen, after that year last year, who doesn't want to sponsor the Union? Come on, man.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, come on. Yeah, dude, I honestly, like I said, when I first saw it, because I watched the actual live stream of it while I was at work, unfortunately, but I needed to see it happen. I actually was messaging back and forth with a buddy of mine, and I was like, I don't know if I like this, dude. Like, I'm not 100% sold on this as a kid. And he was like, dude, just give it time. He literally was like, it took me a little bit, but as it went on, like me seeing it the whole time, I was like, okay, I could get behind this a bit. And literally, it took me like a whole day, and I looked at it again last night, and I was like, yeah.
No, I'm still bitter because I just bought a lightning bolt jersey last year.
Nah, dude, if you can get that kit, get that kit. Buy the crap out of that kit. But if you do want a kit for this year, though, honestly, I'd buy it. I'd buy the replica because the authentic is $200.
Nice.
I mean, if I had $200 to buy a kit, I'd buy that kit. Or I'd probably just buy like the home or the away and buy the shorts to match.
I don't know if I'll be wearing the shorts around, but I definitely get the.
No, dude, those are like I
see you walking around with little short shorts. Then in the grocery store.
I mean, I already wear shorts that are kind of short as it is. I don't like to really wear shorts past the knee. That's just me. I don't know. I also wear high socks all the time, so.
I just picture that look.
Yeah, dude.
It's good. It's good stuff.
Literally, right now, I'm wearing a pair of high black socks, some Reebok shorts that are just a bit above the knee, and then just a bright orange Flyers hoodie.
Listen, I don't know how it's gonna look. I personally, I don't like the colors, because I don't know what they are, but
I'm not a fan of what the secondary color is on it. I understand. I get it's supposed to be like a goldish type of color, but I don't know.
It's the camo for me. Like, it's just not. I don't know. It's just it's not done well. I don't know. I mean, maybe it'll grow on me. I didn't like the Sixers City jerseys, the black ones, for a little while there. Then they kind of grew on me. Maybe the same thing will happen.
It took me a little bit with that the Sixers uni too. So I mean, honestly, the only jersey that I was like immediately behind, not counting, the lightning bolt kit from last year, was when the Phillies announced for their day games they were going to wear that red BP style jersey.
Oh yeah.
Last year I was like, yes, I've been wanting them to do that for so long. Like, I love that jersey, so I was all about that. Even when they did the like that cream colored one when they first started doing that as the day game alternate,
I thought it
was nice. It was a bit of like a classic style.
Yeah, not my favorite.
A lot of jerseys back then were more of like I guess you could say like a creamish kind of color compared to what they are now.
I love the Schmitty's baby blue ones. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
well, I don't know.
I just love the fact that pretty much all sports except for the NFL are like, yo, If you want to wear a different jersey, go
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, but they do too much. Like, they need to stop. Like, why are we doing another kid? Give the lightning roll a couple years. It's only
Yeah,
been
I
two or
mean,
three.
yeah, I do wish they would have given a couple extra years with that, but got to roll out new merch.
It's not. It's not.
And plus there's accompanying Mitchell and Ness merch to go along with that. So like hoodies, t-shirts, sweatshirts,
Maybe
all
they're
that kind
trying
of good
to.
stuff.
Maybe they're trying to be invisible on the field. I don't know. I don't know where they were going with this.
I don't know, dude. I mean, if they happen to be in like a sea of Union fans, you wouldn't be able to point out who's who from a distance, I guess.
Okay, let's get into something. How much do you still hate LAFC?
Oh,
Because I pick a lot.
it's on a scale of 0 to 100. My answer is yes. So,
So they were front runner to land Pierre Aubameyang from Chelsea.
yes.
They were going to drop some money on him too. Um, that didn't happen because he wanted to give Chelsea a second run. He wasn't having a good time over there. He just wasn't blending. And then LA just kind of jumps on it because they like to spend money. But that's kind of I wanted to get into it a little bit. I want to get into what you think. The Union, as we've talked about before, they don't spend money.
Right.
Yet we're still at top of the league for the last 3 years. We've been fighting. The last 2 years have been really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what makes us this good and not spending that much money like a team like, let's say, LAFC? They buys their players.
I would say the main thing that separates us from teams that, you know, rely on the big acquisitions is just the philosophy and the coaching, really. Jim Curtin is a two-time coach of the year, and you don't just get that trophy for no reason, Brian Dable. Um, and it's the philosophy that not only Jim Curtin but Ernst Tanner up in the front office had wanted to see this team have. Jim Curtin really embraced it and did everything that he needed to do to get the rest of the guys on board. And as much as Gus expresses his distaste for him, it starts with Bedoya. It starts with the guy that's considered your captain. And from there, it's just a trickle down effect. If everyone can get behind him in that philosophy, that team's going to give 100% every single game. So I mean, more than
I've said it,
anything,
I've said it before.
it's just the capability of Jim Curtin as a head coach.
I've said it before. I understand what Bedoya brings to the table, and I understand why he's there. I've just like this is not you don't see this very often. The Philadelphia Union are second to last in money spent altogether.
Yeah.
Yet we're still finding a way to be one of the top teams in the MLS, and take it as far as to the final game, literally the last minute to win the game. So, or to lose, well, in our case, to lose, but to almost win the game.
Yeah, to get in the position that you were in, yeah.
I just find it like a remarkable situation because you don't see this very often. Typically, the teams that spend the less, the worse they are. You see this in the EPL all the time. Teams that don't have the money, they're not necessarily up top. There's a reason why Man City, Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, they're all up top always. They spend money.
Man City.
Well, they spend oil money. Still money.
I mean, they let's just talk about it then. Man City late last week, it was found that they potentially breached some financial fair play rules in the Premier League.
Well, of course. And Chelsea's
may have they. Let's just be honest, they did. They've been trying to double revenue, and they were like, "Hey, the best way to double revenue is to just make up revenue."
and guess who's next? Do you have any idea how much Chelsea spent this transfer window?
Oh yeah,
it was literally more than all the other leagues combined.
Mm-hmm.
And
well, I mean, also
and you don't think they're gonna go after them
like,
next?
Yeah, I mean, and you think about it like this: this was a record-shattering transfer window. Just in general, it was what was it, like up over somewhere over $1 billion, I think, was spent overall
Yeah.
in the transfer window. Like, it was outrageous. And you just look at a lot of those moves, and especially like over the like just in terms of the whole Man City investigation, Erling Haaland was making what, 5 million?
Well,
Got bought out for 15, and then got bought by Man City for over 100 mil.
yeah.
Like, who'd have thought that this
Well,
guy, they were just like, yeah, if we're gonna get this guy, it wound up being a guy who just every time he touches the ball, it's just in the back of the net.
well, Holland, like he's been around for a little while. He's only 21 years old,
Yeah,
but he's only been this good for the past 2 or 3 years. So
yeah,
that I kind of get, just because I mean the way they did it is pretty shady to begin with. But
yeah.
that's
To
why
be able to
I'm afraid.
negotiate a buyout when you're the one of the best scorers in your league and your team's just like okay, it just really seems sus to me.
But that's why I'm afraid, because I know that they're going after Chelsea first, or next. Because
Oh
Todd,
yeah,
he spent so much money,
good old
and he wasn't
good
done,
old Dodger boy Todd Bowley.
dude. And he went after Neymar too. Like
Mm-hmm.
he was about to get Neymar to come over.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, but and that's just crazy. Like when you think about it, like teams like this that are world class teams, right, are spending all this money to be good. In other leagues, obviously, it's not the same talent, but then you have this league that have teams that spend money, and maybe they don't always get their guy, but they get good guys
Yeah.
that are that are maybe that are maybe better than us in terms of on paper, but they're really not better than us, because we play our scheme. Like we find players that fit Curtin's scheme, and
Exactly.
he brings them out and they perform. I mean, it's a beautiful, rare moment that you have with the Philadelphia Union, because right now we can't lose.
Yeah.
We're not spending money, we're making it. Like, if one of our products comes out of the youth team and somebody wants to buy them, we're just gonna get paid off for that, and we're just gonna keep
Exactly.
getting money and money. Look at what happened with Paxton.
Yeah. With Aronson, even with moving Matt Freese up to NYCFC, we got 750,000 in general allocation from that.
And maybe that's not a huge number, but
For
for
the
Matt
MLS, it's
Freeze,
not. Yeah,
why
for the
not?
MLS, it's not bad, especially for a backup keeper.
I think what we're doing is remarkable. I've
Oh yeah.
very rarely do I see anything like this, and then still being there to compete every year. It's to me that part is really remarkable.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely no accident.
No,
I think you know where I'm going with this, Gus.
uh, uh, oh, let's get it.
If you have had motor vehicle accident, any workers' compensation issues, personal injury, criminal law, get in contact with our guy David R. Cherry Esquire at cherryinjurylaw.com, or give them a call at 610-565-0300.
And if you are going to go to our wonderful games that we have in the city right now, Sherry's Ticket Town, man. www.sherrystickets.com. No hidden fees, great prices. Nobody likes to see those fees when you're finished paying and then you're like, what the hell is this? And on top of that, if you use our promo EOP10, you get to save 10% off your purchase. If next time you need tickets, sherrystickets.com.
Bro, 10% on top of no fees? Can't beat that. And if you're ever down in the Ridley Park area, go and check out Dolan's on 24 East Sellers Avenue in Ridley Park. There's always fun memorabilia giveaways happening. Always got some great drink specials going on. I hear the food down there is incredible. Make sure if you happen to be down in that area, definitely check out Dolan's.
I gotta try this wing cheese steak. Sounds
Yo,
delicious.
bro, that's literally the only thing that I'm gonna get when I'm down there, and I may end up getting two. Yeah, this obviously is from before bad things happened. But make sure you're checking out everyone here at Edge of Philly Sports, the Painted Lines, Devereaux Sports. We got something going on every single day, covering every single sport. You know, Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, Sixers, us with the Union, and even we have our guys, Muffler Mike and all them covering the National Lacrosse League with the all lacrosse all the time guys. I think they're back on Saturday this week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, like I said, this was from the Super Bowl week, so a lot of things were sort of jumbled around. But um, yeah, and then aside from that, I'm going to just bring it back to us really quick. With EOP, every Flyers game we have post game coverage for that. Make sure you're going to eopsports.com, getting onto that newsletter. New articles are coming out every single day. And if you don't get a chance to catch us live, actually, as you can tell, we are not on the. If you were looking for us on Facebook, we were not on Edge of Philly Sports this week. We are slowly going to be transitioning over to strictly YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. So just giving you all the heads up before the show that'll lead into the match on the 25th against Columbus will be our first one off of Facebook. So look up, Devereaux Sports or EOP Sports on Twitch. Look up EOP Sports on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. Make sure you're following us wherever you can to be able to catch the live content. It's a lot of weird algorithm stuff. A lot of people dropping strikes on the live content on Facebook that don't have any merit to it. So we're just gonna avoid some potential issue and just make that move starting up in about a week.
Yeah,
So
don't
make
forget,
sure make sure make sure you're dropping them subs, man.
Yeah, don't forget to give us a listen. We'll let you know when we're going to be down at the game. Maybe we can go meet up, tailgate, ask you some questions about the Philadelphia Union. It's always good.
Hey, I'll kick back and crack open a nice cold, refreshing water with you guys.
Yeah.
especially especially when it gets to them summer days, bro. You got to stay hydrated out there.
I tell you, in the middle of the summer, it's awesome to be there, but man,
also it's the best and the worst.
So hot.
Oh yeah.
Goodness, it's so damn hot. It's you gotta go wear a tank top. We
actually were just about to talk about this.
Yeah,
perfect.
We just had the conversation right before we started. It's good. I mean, he seems serviceable, but he has a lot of work to do in terms of getting ready to back up Blake. But it's a good signing. He's he's nice, lanky. But again, there's some work to be done. And, I don't see why he wouldn't be good when it's time.
Yeah. I mean, 23 years old, out of High Point University. Really solid numbers throughout his 2 years with HPU. 145 saves in 52 starts, goals against average of an even 1. And in those 52 starts, he had 22 clean sheets. And so far this preseason, he's played 30 minutes in the combined in the 2 matches that he played in. It was the 3-2 win against Austin and the 2-2 draw against St. Louis City.
Yeah, I mean,
very good developmental talent. He was immediately added to the roster when the signing happened. So, going to be learning from the best, if not one of the best goalkeepers in MLS history, in my opinion.
I mean, the skill. I mean, is there. The size is there. It's just the experience is going to take a huge part in his development, and we'll see if he can get there. You always have you can always come out with the skill when you're in the youth program or in other places, but when you go out there and actually are in the middle of things, we had to see what you have, and I think that's what this kid's gonna need. And like I said, there's nobody better to be behind than Andre Blake for any, especially in the MLS.
Yeah, and more than anything, to get the kind of quote about you from Union sporting director Ernst Tanner. He said, quote, Holden's collegiate performances showed that he is a talented goalkeeper, and we've been impressed with his ability to learn how we expect our goalkeepers to play in order to support our aggressive style. We believe his athleticism and mentality will give us one of the top goalkeeper units in MLS once again this season. And honestly, I agree with him. Two-time goalkeeper of the year. You wound
It's
up
an
having a
American
backup
kid, right?
keeper. Yeah,
Okay.
from High Point University. Um, you had a guy who saw very limited play over the past few years with the Philadelphia Union and Matt Freese, and you managed to get a decent haul back for him from NYCFC. So, I mean, we definitely, aside from like out in the midfield, like we usually do, we're also developing decent talent between the posts. So
And,
it's good
and,
to
and I
see.
think this one is might be more to replace Blake when the time comes.
Yeah.
If he can get to that level, I think he would. Like I said, he has the raw God given talent. It's just what you do with it. A lot of people have talent. It's what you do with it. How do you evolve? How much skill you gather throughout your experience. Like it's all a matter of, because a lot of the keeping is instinct. Like Andre Blake is good because he knows what to do. Like he knows where the ball
Yep.
is going. So as long as he can develop that, sky's the limit for this kid.
Yeah, and excuse me. And like Ernst Tanner was saying, his ability to just learn is going to be one of the biggest things right now that he will need to be able to keep up with, because it you never know when Blake may not feel like he has it anymore and may want to hang it up. So you
Oh,
want to
don't
be able to.
say
that. I'm not. Look, he's
Don't
he's
say
been
that.
around since he's been around for a while, man.
Yeah, no, don't say that. He still has a couple of years left.
Yeah, he's still. I feel like he still has plenty of time.
Early
But
30s, right?
yeah. But I mean, this kid's 23. He still has a few years to be able to get that experience under his belt.
Dude,
Get the
honestly, I might more look at him to be part of the U.S. team also, because man, we need a goalie. I don't trust Matt Turner. I don't.
No, I honestly, even during the Gold Cup, when all the goodness was happening for the U.S. men's national team, I was not a big fan of Matt Turner.
Mm-mm. I would have rather got had Stefan out there, but it looks like Matt Turner's this boy Coulter's guy for some reason. I don't know why. I think he wants us to lose. I think he purposely wants the U.S. to not make it anywhere.
I
That's
mean,
gotta be the only reason.
speaking of the men's national team, there were rumors floating around this morning that Thierry Henry was on the list of potential candidates to be interviewed for the men's national team head coaching position.
I doubt that very
Yeah,
seriously.
I heavily doubt it. Pretty much the same level of
Now, there's been some crazy names thrown
Yeah,
out.
they really have.
Dude, I read Zinedine Zidane, which it's not going to happen
Hmm.
anyway.
Yeah, no.
I've heard Jose Mourinho.
Yeah, Mourinho was the other one I had heard.
Are you kidding me? Who's doing this? People need to be fired.
Yeah.
Like now they're saying that they're going to look at Luis Enrique. Luis
I
Enrique
mean,
don't even speak English.
I mean,
You coming over here?
there's who you could talk to right now because he doesn't have a job. Jesse Marsh.
Oh, he doesn't have a job.
Leeds United did part ways with Jesse
Yeah,
Marsh about
that's
2
true.
weeks ago. There
And you
was
know
rumors
what?
floating around that he was supposed to go to Southampton, that it was all but confirmed, and then that whole thing fell apart apparently. So,
And you know what? I
the
wouldn't be too
the,
mad
the
about that.
American the coaching wunderkind from Leeds United is out there looking for something.
I wouldn't be too mad about that. I mean, he has some experience with
Yeah, he has a
our
rapport
middle,
with Tyler Adams, Weston McKennie, and Brendan Aronson.
and
So
they all like him.
yeah,
That's not a bad
it,
idea.
it was one of those things, like, it was just so weird to see that happen to Jesse Marsh, because like they literally like 3 or 4 days before
I
that
mean,
signed Weston McKennie.
I could
They
have
had two matches with Weston, and then they were just like, sorry Jesse,
I could have
get out
called
of
that.
here.
I mean, it's the first to go. I mean, Leeds wasn't doing well, and that's
Yeah, they
just
were
the first
starting to
thing.
flatten out a bit in
Yeah,
their play,
and
so
that
I
was
mean
the
it kind
first
of
thing to
makes
go
sense.
because in the EPL especially you can't afford that. So
Yeah.
of course it's going to be like, look at what happened to Tuchel in Chelsea. I'm still
Hmm.
miss him. I don't like Potter, man.
Dude.
I mean, I like Harry Potter, not this Potter.
Honestly, gosh, who did Leeds have take over?
I
Was
forget
that
who took them
was
over.
that I think it was Sean Dyche.
Was it?
Was that Deitch? I'm sorry. I have to find this out because I don't remember now. But if Deitch, I think I remember hearing like people saying like this was great. Because I do believe it was him. Or is it Burnley? Nope, it's Everton. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Everton.
Really?
Things have not been great for you guys this year.
No. But no, yeah, going back to the head coach, to the manager for the US, it's not gonna be any of those guys. I don't even know where these rumors come from, to be honest with you. It just makes no sense. It's gonna
Yeah,
it's
I feel
gonna
like
be a
I
guy
feel like
like,
most of those people were just like, what can I say that just sounds absolutely crazy
I mean,
and will
listen,
get reaction on Twitter.
the problem is that I really do believe that they might have interest, right? But when
Oh
these
yeah, they
people,
definitely do.
yeah,
You can't
and
leave you
when
can't
these
leave any
people,
stone unturned.
right, and when these people report this, they don't they don't report it like that. They just go, the US are looking at this guy, which technically is
Hmm.
not a lie, but then you're implying some big
Yeah,
things over here.
that like serious talks are potentially about to begin.
Yeah, come on, man, that's not gonna happen. Like, the first time I read that, I was like, come on, stop it.
Yeah, especially because like every single one of them, they use the term, and I quote, "the USMNT are targeting."
Yeah, of course they're targeting them. They'd be stupid
Yeah,
not to. But
yeah.
no,
In some sports, targeting gets you thrown out of a game, so take it easy.
that's true.
Yeah, dude. Like, honestly, would would a Mourinho be a way to draw more attention to the men's national team, or even a Thierry Henry?
Of course,
Absolutely. But in all reality, is it the right move? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I loved Thierry Henry as a player.
I don't know about Thierry Henry.
As a
I as a
coach, I
coach, I don't have
not as his first gig to be national team.
a big sample size there for him.
Yeah.
He's been an assistant for a while there, but I don't have a big sample size. Jose Mourinho is pretty established. He can get stuff done.
Oh yeah, but is it a realistic possibility? No.
For him to be here,
I really don't think that he would want to do it.
for him to come over here and coach the
Yeah,
US,
I don't think he would want to. He has
I have a
he has
I have a better
I feel like he'll have a potential to get. I guess he could essentially just get better pay trying
you
to
get a
stay over in Europe.
you get a better chance of the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, and Zidane, I know for a fact Zidane wants to try and stay in Europe and
Zidane
coach.
can literally coach anywhere he wants.
Hmm.
The dude, you know how many trophies he won for Real Madrid? He can coach
That man,
wherever he wants.
yeah, that man is literal soccer royalty now, and no one can tell him to not do anything that he wants to do.
Zinedine Zidane can go anywhere. Luis
Yeah,
Enrique was a bit of a hair scratcher, but like I said, he doesn't even speak English, so I don't even know how that's gonna work.
yeah, that honestly, it would not. Would I love it? Yes. Every single one of these ideas, like, cool, yeah, but in reality, no. Like,
Not gonna happen. We're still looking at people like Marsh, like people like Curtin, like those people, and not that they'll be bad. Anything's better than Buckholter, but you know, it is what it is. I guess we'll find out who's going to be leading us going into the
I mean,
Copa America
and
and
especially with the whole front
qualifier.
office gone too, basically, in terms of Ernie Stewart and who was the director of football operations? Because Ernie Stewart was like the head guy in terms of managing, like overseeing the
Wait,
overall goings on with the
somebody
men's
other than
national.
him left?
Yeah, it was Ernie Stewart and one other guy. I mean, hang on. What?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. This came from Thierry Henry himself. He said he's open to the idea. That's surprising.
I mean, hey,
That's surprising.
I'd 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 do it.
That's really
I'd try and have him take a seat at the table.
shit. Why not?
At this point, like anything is better than nothing right now.
Yeah, why not at this point? But anyway, Union coming up in just a few short weeks. I'm really excited. I can't wait to go to a couple games. Um, I hope we come out firing. I hope we come out angry. I hope we come out disciplined. And if we do everything that we did last year, fit in the scheme, make sure that everybody plays together, I think that we can be back, no problem.
We will definitely be in good
To
shape.
the championship game.
Yeah. Before we do get out of here, Gus, I did want to get one quick thing from you. With the season fast approaching, give me one hot take for the MLS.
The whole MLS?
Just anything in general for the MLS. Give me one hot take that you think you got.
Do you have one? Let me think about this.
Oh yeah, I got one.
Go for it.
Philly sweep on awards. MVP, goal, coach.
That's a hot take.
I mean, look, Gazdag was right there, or Blake. Both of them were right there. For some reason, Glesnes and Elliott got no recognition for Defender of the Year last year.
You think they sweep? That certainly is a hot take. I guess my hot take would be the Union take the overall number 1 seed.
I say that's a mild take at best, dude.
Go back. Listen,
dude. The groundwork is there for the Union to do it.
Back-to-back seasons, this success rate is not guaranteed.
No, definitely not. But I feel like
it's actually not in our favor.
No, historically it's definitely not. But I feel like this team compared to some of I feel like this squad compared to some of the others is just built different.
So that's why it's a hot take. Just because the percentages they're not in our favor at all.
That's very true. The odds definitely are not in our favor, but like I said, I feel like with the composition of the players that we have on this roster from top to bottom, it's the best possible chance to see that statistic be just that.
You want a hot take? The Philadelphia Union signed Neymar in the next transfer window. There's your hot take.
Hey, could you imagine how often no one else would get the ball?
He's not happy
simply because Neymar just cannot be stopped.
He's not happy where he is. I mean, it's doable.
Yeah. I mean, it's very possible that all three of them by the end of the next transfer window are elsewhere.
Yeah, sure.
And there's been talks of Mbappe wanting to go to Madrid.
No, it's not going to do that. I mean, we'll see.
Or was it Milan? Which one was it that there were talks about him possibly wanting to move to?
It's everywhere. Like he was almost at Chelsea for a night.
That's what it was. He was almost at Chelsea. That's what it was. Yeah, and then the whole stuff that was floating around with Messi possibly going to Inter Miami. So there's
I mean, he's Neymar. He gets unhappy. I mean, it's not like he does it every year, but he's somewhere for a couple of years and he moves, and he's always good. It's just
he becomes too content with the situation, and it ends up. I feel like it ends up boring him.
And that's why I feel like the MLS is perfect, because he wouldn't be expected to be here long. I mean, look at what happened with Zlatan.
Yeah,
he was here and was like, you know what, I can still play, and then went back and literally won the championship with AC Milan.
Hey, sometimes all it takes is to come over here to remind you, like, yeah, I'm still one of the best.
Right. Freaking Zlatan.
Does it mean the competition here is worse? Clearly not. If Zlatan was here for 2 years and then just went and immediately won a championship, I don't think that downplays what the MLS can do at all. And if you out there want to see what the MLS can do, February 25th, tune in.
Or make
We'll
sure
be
you
there.
make sure you get your Apple TV subscription too, because they
Get that Apple TV subscription, or
MLS.
I'm pretty sure they're still all going to be on PhiladelphiaUnion.com.
Yeah, they'll still be there.
So either or. I mean, hit up an Apple owner. So I'm not an Apple owner anymore, so I don't have it. Which also means you get to watch Ted. They did just announce the release date for season 3 of Ted Lasso.
Cannot wait.
On there.
I still have to finish season 2. I cannot wait.
Dude, me too. But hey, y'all out there, be good. We'll see y'all next week on YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, EOP, Devereaux Sports. See y'all then.
See you guys.